where he slurs his words. He repeats the same stories over and over and over again. He's repeatedly promised to release his medical records, and of course he has not.
Now, on the next leg of Trump's trip, which took him to the Vatican, Trump's hands really couldn't catch a break, because this time, the First Lady gave him the old down low, too slow.
Breaking news. Melania Trump ghosted the White House faster than Trump's lawyers after a subpoena. Jimmy Kimmel's got the scoop, and it's spicier than Cov Feef. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Is the First Lady playing hide and seek, or is there trouble in Trump Tower paradise? Kimmel's take on this marital drama is funnier than Trump trying to pronounce anonymous. Don't miss this comedy gold. Jimmy Kimmel just can't quit Trump. But why? Well, it's like the comedian's got an endless supply of orange-tinted material.
Now, on the next leg of Trump's trip, which took him to the Vatican, Trump's hands really couldn't catch a break, because this time, the First Lady gave him the old down low, too slow.
Hasn't read his wife's book. He's too busy. Not so busy he can't play golf on Sunday, but very, very busy.
When Trump has a bad day, we know Trump watches Fox and Friends and yells at the TV. But today he did the same thing, but we all got to listen in.
Kimmel's been taking shots at Trump since the guy was just a reality TV star with questionable hair. But now that Trump's got former president on his resume, Kimmel's jokes have leveled up faster than Trump's golf handicap. The feud between these two is getting spicier than Trump's alleged Diet Coke button. Kimmel keeps throwing jabs, and Trump's Twitter, sorry, Truth Social, fingers are probably twitching. It's like watching a comedy boxing match, but one guy's punches are jokes, and the others are angry all-caps posts. Take Kimmel's recent roast about Melania's vanishing act. He quipped, "The most awkward moment of the evening was a rare appearance by Melania Trump, in compliance with Section 3, subsection 2.7 of her prenuptial agreement." Ouch! That's gotta sting more than a spray tan gone wrong. Kimmel's basically saying Melania's about as enthusiastic about showing up as Trump is about releasing his tax returns. But here's the kicker. These late-night laughs aren't just for giggles. Studies show that political comedy can shape how we see our leaders. It's like Kimmel and his comedian pals are painting a picture of Trump, one punchline at a time. And let's just say, it's not exactly a flattering portrait. Now, Trevor Noah's got a theory about why Trump's so obsessed with Kimmel. It's juicier than the ketchup Trump allegedly throws at walls. Noah thinks Trump's annoyance with people is directly tied to how big they were when he was all about entertainment media. So Kimmel, being a longtime late-night staple, is like Trump's comedic arch-nemesis. But what exactly did Kimmel say about Melania's absence that had everyone in stitches? Well, he didn't just stop at prenup jokes. Kimmel went full detective mode, speculating on Melania's whereabouts, with the dedication of someone looking for Trump's huge inauguration crowd. From suggesting she's busy planning more creepy Christmas decorations to implying she treats the White House like an Airbnb, Kimmel's theories were wilder than Trump's hair in a strong wind. But Kimmel isn't the only one poking fun at the Trumps.
And then his teleprompter went out.
The teleprompter just went out.
Unasked that question. You are answering a question no one has asked.
And you could tell from the start that this was going to be special.
Where he slurs his words, he repeats the same stories over and over and over again. He's repeatedly promised to release his medical records, and of course he has not.
While Kimmel's been roasting Trump like a well-done steak, Trevor Noah's been cooking up a spicy theory of his own. Ever wonder why Trump seems more triggered by some comedians than others? Noah thinks he's cracked the code, and it's got nothing to do with fake news or witch hunts. Trevor Noah, the former Daily Show host, recently swung by Kimmel's show, and boy, did he bring the laughs. But between the chuckles, Noah dropped a theory about Trump that's got everyone talking. It's like he's the Sherlock Holmes of comedy, but instead of solving murders, he's figuring out what makes Trump tick. Now, get this. Noah reckons Trump's obsession with certain comedians is all about their status when he was just a TV star with a bad comb-over. It's like Trump's got a grudge list longer than his ties, and Kimmel's right at the top. Why? Because back in the day, when Trump was more the apprentice than the president, Kimmel was already a big deal in late-night TV. Speaking of Trump's TV habits, did you know he's still a Time magazine fanboy? Yep, while the rest of us are doom scrolling on our phones, Trump's flipping through glossy pages like it's 1995. This old school media diet might explain why he's so hung up on traditional TV shows like Kimmel's and SNL. It's like he's stuck in a time warp where Twitter doesn't exist, and fake news is just a twinkle in his eye. Noah humorously suggested that Kimmel could probably patch things up with Trump by tossing him a compliment. It's like offering a treat to a grumpy dog.
And openly tried to overturn the election. The other candidate isn't the first candidate. And
He can barely speak.
We just set another stock rocket.
He can read off a teleprompter.
Shifting production to Thailand.
over the past few weeks, she's been posting these little videos narrating excerpts from the book and presenting us with riddles to unfold.
I would pay anything to know what he wrote inside that card that he definitely didn't actually get.
Suddenly, all is forgiven. This little nugget of wisdom implies that Trump's more sensitive to public opinion than a sunburned snowflake. But here's where it gets juicy. Noah's theory suggests that Trump's fixation on Kimmel isn't just about politics. It's personal. It's like Kimmel's jokes are the comedic equivalent of kryptonite to Trump's Superman complex. Every punchline hits Trump right in his spray-tanned ego. So, how did Noah explain Trump's Kimmel obsession? In a nutshell, he thinks Trump can't stand being mocked by someone he once respected in the entertainment world. It's like finding out your high school crush thinks you're a loser. Ouch. But what does this mean for the future of political comedy? Are we entering an era where jokes have more power than policies? Stay tuned, folks. This Trump-Kimmel saga is far from over, and it's bound to get funnier than a presidential typo on Twitter. So, what's the deal with political comedy? It's not just about laughs. It's shaping how we see our leaders. Think about it. Nearly a third of young adults are getting their news from late-night shows. That's wild. It's like Kimmel and Noah are the new Walter Cronkite, but with better jokes. Here's the thing. Next time you're chuckling at a Trump joke, ask yourself, is this changing how I see politics? Are these laughs making me think differently about the orange man in the suit? It's important to keep your brain on while you're busting a gut. And hey, this Trump-Kimmel feud, it's far from over. Who knows what'll happen next? Maybe Trump will start his own comedy show. The Apprentice, stand-up edition? Now that's a scary thought. Stay tuned, folks. This saga's got more twists than Trump's tanning routine.